Hello again. I've moved this project inside, as you can see, because it is minus 30 Celsius here, which for you American friends is about minus 22 Fahrenheit, and for you scientists that's 243 Kelvin. So yeah, it's cold. My goal with this bike, the first goal is to get it running again, and that means the first thing I want to attack is the fuel system. Starting with the carburetors. The previous owner told me that the carbs did leak. That's why he parked it however many years ago, and it hasn't it hasn't run since. So the first thing I wanted to do was rebuild the carbs. I did buy a rebuild kit from Dime City Cycles. There's a few different rebuild kits out there. I don't think you really know what you're going to get until you get it. I don't know if I got the best quality one or not. Everything seemed pretty decent, other than the float needle valves. They are a little bit different. Not saying that they're bad. They're shaped differently, so I don't know if they will give me a different result with my float level. I'll show you a close up of these. I was thinking about reusing the old one, but it is quite worn. There's a ring of wear around the very tip of the needle here, just from so much use. So that cannot be reused, as that may have been the reason it was leaking, I guess. I also did buy new hardware for the piston top here. If you want to buy them, they are, I believe, M5 bolts with a 0.8 thread. And these the two longer ones, excuse me, are two longer ones are 15 mil, and these guys right here are 10 mil in length. You might have to get 16 mil depending on where you go. That's what I had to get, and just get a little bit bigger of a lock washer, but no big deal. So I'll take this old one apart, I guess. The first thing I would do is clean this. That's what I did first on this guy. Was I cleaned it up really nice. There's a really good secret to cleaning carbs. I don't know if many people use it. It's an amazing cleaner. It's called carb cleaner. Yeah, so carb cleaner is the way to go. And carb cleaner and a toothbrush was what I used. Got most of the gunk off, and then once it was clean, I tore it all apart and started rebuilding it. It's very straightforward. Oh, that's probably not going to come off. It was a pain on the last one, so we'll take this guy off here. So once you want to lift this straight off. You don't want to bend it too much, as there is the needle, and you don't want to bend this needle. So this is the piston here, the needle. This little screw here, the set screw to hold the needle in, it was very hard to get out. So soak it with a lot of penetrant beforehand if yours is sticky, because you don't want to strip that. That's the only thing really to go in that side. Pretty easy to go put this back, because it only really goes one way. There's a little lip there that you need to catch the piston on. That's that. Everything else is located in here, in the float chamber area. So you got your two jets there. The float needle valve is right down there. Setting the float can be kind of tricky. I'm not going to go too in depth. There is, if you do want to learn a little bit more about what you're doing, check out the Common Motor Collective. They have a good video on CB450 carbs. They are a bit different than the 450 carbs. They have a diaphragm, and this one doesn't. But other than that, they are very similar, and they go into a lot more detail than I've gone into, and they're a lot more qualified to talk about it than I am. Yeah, so I'm going to get cleaning on this one, and then next up is the fuel tank. It is disgusting right now. I've started cleaning it, but we'll get to that on the next episode. This is before the cleaning and rebuild. It's pretty grimy and corroded on the top there, and a good layer of grease on all of it. And this is post cleaning and rebuild. Nice and clean and shiny. Basically just carb cleaner. Little Scotch-Brite pad for the top there to get the corrosion off, but for the most part just carb cleaner and toothbrush.